Hey, you guys want to see something cool? Look what I got. Dude, look at this thing. I finally have one of these now. Now I can be fucking anywhere. I can be on the battlefield of Call of Duty for like the 69th time on this channel. Oh, look, check it out. I'm in Inkopolis Plaza now. Hey, look at that. I'm in the world of Last of Us 2. No, Abby, please don't do that. Put that golf club away. You're gonna kill off one of the best characters in the game and you'll be one of the most hated. And also a bunch of guys are gonna hate you for being a buff woman. No, don't do it. All right. Hi, it's me again. So, I just wanted to make a follow-up video after my last upload, because I feel like with how much that video ended up blowing up, I kind of have to talk about it in a more detailed way than I did in the community post I ended up putting up. So, I do have some notes written out here, but this might be a little bit off script. This might be a little jarbled, but I wanted to put something out here because I just have not had the time until recently to actually make a response to the past few weeks on the channel. But let's get into that. I do really sincerely want to thank you guys for the response that the Life is Strange video got. I said it in my community notes, and I'll say it again, but I was genuinely not expecting the response that video ended up getting. Like having tens of thousands of views, like hundreds of comments. Well, I shouldn't say hundreds, but like it was 150, I think it's sitting at right now, something like that. But just the fact that like I've just been blown away with the response that video got, and obviously it is now like easily my most successful project I've put out on the channel by a long shot. But what I talked about in the community post there, like I was not expecting so many people to be like so sincere and so open about their experience with the game, like good and bad. I've been a little bit overwhelmed the past few weeks from that response, if you couldn't tell. Seeing so many people being so sincere with the game, how it affected them and their life experience. Feeling like that video was a place where they could express their life experience with that game. It's just been a joy to watch the past few weeks unfold onto the video. And I've gotten active comment sections before, but nothing like this. How do I put this? You guys can kind of see I'm still at a loss for words, even though I have like an actual script right here that I'm kind of referring to. Well, I shouldn't say actual script, it's more so just a bunch of notes. But when I started this channel a few years ago, I always thought it was going to be nothing more than just a fun hobby, and obviously it absolutely still is and still will be. But with how many people that video drew, I can actually see a path forward where this could be something I could make like a full-time thing, like potentially. It's probably gonna be a while before I can even get to that far, but just for a brief period, I am able to see that. Like I just passed 500 subs, which I didn't even think was ever going to happen when I made this channel. And I'm this close to monetization on the channel too, which I never anticipated in a million years. So genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for the response on that video. It really means a lot that not even just that people were liking and enjoying it, but just so many people, like I said, opening up about their experience with the game, being so sincere about what the game meant to them and like how it affected their lives as well. Like just seeing so many Life is Strange fans and even people who hate the game too coming in and talking about why they dislike the game. Just having that sense of community, like for the first time I feel like I have a sense of community on my channel. Really, thank you guys so much. Genuinely. Like for all I know, like after this video, I could just keep stagnating like I was here, but even if it's just for a brief moment, like I am able to see that path forward where I could potentially do something more with this channel than just making it a fun hobby. And for that, even if for a brief moment you guys made me feel like that, I am incredibly grateful for it. So genuinely, thank you guys so much. So, what exactly is going to be next? So on my channel, it's mostly just review stuff and essay stuff. So I love talking about movies, shows, music, and then obviously video games have been the big focus for the past year or so. I don't necessarily have a plan. I do have general ideas floating around for like videos I would like to do and videos I am working on, but I don't really have a plan for these kind of things. It's mostly just what I want to talk about as it's happening, or just following those general ideas of things I want to eventually talk about for the channel. I don't really like, promising videos that are going to be coming out, because I've done that a couple times in the past and just either didn't follow up on them or it took way too long to follow through on those. So I don't really want to, promise videos anymore, just because I don't want to keep breaking those promises. So, let's just do the complete opposite of that, and I'll tell you guys what I'm working on right now. Now let's talk about the big thing here. I'm 100% talking about the rest of Life is Strange on this channel. When it's going to happen, I have no idea, but I am going to be covering every other game in that series eventually on the channel. So next up in the series is going to be Before the Storm, and I am currently working on recording that right now and writing the script as I'm going along, recording and playing it, taking notes and all of that. That video is obviously going to take a while because I do not want to rush that video out. I really want to make sure I have as much time as I did with the first Life is Strange video. I don't want to just pump it out there just to capitalize on the popularity my channel has gotten. I really, really want to take my time with that video. I have a lot I want to say with the game as well as research when it comes to Before the Storm. I don't know when it's going to drop, and that kind of goes for all my videos. You know, I don't know when any of my videos are going to drop. They'll be ready when they're ready. That goes especially so for Life is Strange Before the Storm, because there's going to be a lot I want to talk about with that game, that I have to research about that game. I, like I said, do not want to just pump it out there. But it is going to be coming at some point. That's going to be like the next big project for the channel is Before the Storm. As for the rest of the series, that is going to happen too. I really, really want to fast track to Life is Strange 2, because I've read your comments. Like, I know everyone in Life is Strange 1 retrospective was telling me, you gotta play Life is Strange 2. You have to play Life is Strange 2. And it's definitely a high priority for me now. So my fingers crossed, my goal is, Before the Storm is next, I want to try getting to Life is Strange 2 at least before the end of the year. If that'll happen, I'm not exactly too sure yet, because I don't want to just outright promise this stuff. That is going to be the plan, though, is I want to at least have Life is Strange 2 out before the year is up. And then obviously after that, True Colors and Double Exposure are going to be up next on that, so I am going to be covering those at some point within the next year or two, I would say, most likely. This was the original plan. I still want to stick with it because I really want to talk about Double Exposure, but I want to be able to talk about the series as a whole and how it got there first. And that's going to take me a while. So I hope you guys will continue to be patient like my previous viewers and my previous subscribers were for my initial Life is Strange video. Please give me the grace and the time to make sure those videos are the best they can be. So as for what's immediately coming next, I did tease this on the community tab, so I'll just confirm it here. Splatoon 2 is going to be next on the channel. So I had already been working on a video for Splatoon 2, as well as starting working on a video on Splatoon 3 this past summer. And originally, Splatoon 2 was going to follow my Black Ops 1 video before Life is Strange kind of took over my life. Took over my life. See what I did there? But yeah, before Life is Strange kind of took over, Splatoon 2 was originally going to be the next video. So now that Life is Strange is done and over with, I am going to be going back and revisiting the Splatoon video. Video is mostly done. I had footage and a script on standby for that for months at this point, and that is a point I am going to talk about when I get to the Splatoon 2 video, like the fact that it took me so long to get footage for that game. The video is mostly done. That's going to be next. Obviously, it will not be nearly as long as Life is Strange was. It's not going to be a 2.5-hour gargantuan project. It is, for my channel standards, it's a little bit on the standard side. It's a little bit longer than normal, but it is like a standard video for the channel. Splatoon 3 is also getting a video sometime down the line. I'm hoping I'll also have that out before the end of the year, but I do not want to make any promises. I don't know if that's going to happen. That's my hope, but I don't know if it's going to happen. But Splatoon 3 is something else I am working on in the background as well, very casually. And then as far as like guaranteed projects, the last thing I was working on alongside Splatoon 2 was I was going to be continuing my Call of Duty retrospective series, and Modern Warfare 3 was going to be next. I don't necessarily know if that's going to come after Splatoon 2 yet, or if I'm going to focus on Before the Storm first and then get back into Call of Duty, especially because I know you guys really want me to do Life is Strange. I am trying to, balance it out so that like it's just nothing but Life is Strange for the next several months. I do want to have some variety in there, not just so I'm not talking about the same thing for several months on end, but also just for my own sanity, just to kind of spice things up, kind of give a palate cleanser before I get back into Life is Strange. As for Modern Warfare 3, though, this one's fairly put together, and that's really all I can say about that. I still haven't, like I said, I still have not decided if it's going to come before the Storm or after Before the Storm has its video done on it. But that is in the back burner right now. I do have that, not like fully put together, but I have started putting that one together slowly but surely. I don't know exactly when that'll be coming out, but that is going to be next up and coming up pretty soon. The last thing I do want to touch on are videos that I was in like very, very early stages. So like I did take some footage for them, and then I just kind of like pretty much all of my projects got put on hold so I could focus on Life is Strange. So Now that Life is Strange is finally done, I'm kind of going back to some of those projects while working on Life is Strange as well. But I was in the early stages of also doing a video on Call of Duty Black Ops 2. For all of you guys who are new to the channel, like my original goal last year was I wanted to cover every Call of Duty game in the main series up to Black Ops 2 by the end of the year. And obviously that didn't happen. I only got as far as Black Ops 1. So I really wanted to get Black Ops 2 out in time for June of this year, since that's when the game takes place. If that happens, awesome. But if it doesn't, I'm not going to lose sleep over it, because I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to just pump videos out. Like, I do want to make sure I'm taking my time, making sure they're as good and as quality as they can possibly be. Finally, the last thing is that I was also in very, very early stages of making a video on Halo 2, because I really want to get back into Halo and on this channel too. I put that project off for so long, even before I started doing Life is Strange. Like, I kept putting off Halo 2 for a while there, but I really want to get back to Halo at some point. So hopefully I can get that one done this year too, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. So essentially, these are the locks. Splatoon 2 is next. Before the Storm and Modern Warfare 3 are gonna be after that. What order those are gonna come in, I'm not exactly too sure yet. And then aside from preliminary work on, Halo 2, why am I putting my pinky up? Aside from preliminary work on the Black Ops 2 video, the Halo 2 video, and the Splatoon 3 video, that's really all I have planned immediately, unless I decide to make a review on something on a whim. So kind of like last year when I did my videos on Concord or Aero GPX, those videos were not planned like at all. I did those completely on a whim, just out of nowhere. I don't want to say didn't put any effort into them, because obviously I did put effort into them, but those had a very quick turnaround because I wanted to make videos on those and put them out as fast as I possibly could, just because they were something I wanted to talk about like in the moment there. If I ever make videos like that, they're not going to take away from like I say, we'll take some time away, but like they're not going to take a majority of time away from like the main projects for the channel. So I guess it's kind of going to be like a mix of like 3 different kinds of videos. So like I'll have like the very quick short impression videos, kind of like my Aero GPX video. I'll have the more normal size reviews, kind of like my Call of Duty videos, my Splatoon video, and all of that. And then probably in the background, I'll have like these more gargantuan projects like the Life is Strange series, because how should I put this? Every single game I cover is going to require a different amount of time to cover. So it's gonna vary per game. I guess you could say, if any of that made sense. I do want to get back to making videos on other kinds of media. So like stuff like when I did my Uncharted movie review a few years ago, or I ranked all the Taylor Swift albums. I really want to get back into making videos on like movies, music, and TV shows like I used to as well, and kind of keep things a little more mixed up and consistent on the channel. That's something we're just gonna have to wait and see. I do have ideas for videos I want to make, but I don't know if or when they're going to happen. So I'm not going to talk about them at all just yet, but I'll just say I have ideas for bringing those kind of videos back on the channel. If or when I'll execute on them, I don't necessarily know yet. But what I will say, the thing that's going to be consistent, they're all going to be reviews, and they're all going to be essays. There's not going to be any more like variety content like I used to here. Everything on this channel is reviews, reviews, reviews. I'm not going to be doing any more gameplay videos. I'm not going to be doing any more offshoot content or anything like that. All of this is just going to be reviews from now on. So on that note, I do have a second channel now. There's nothing here just yet, but it's essentially going to be my Anything Goes channel. So any gameplay videos I decide to make on a whim, if I want to make any stupid memes on a whim, all of that's going to go on the second channel. So if you want, I'll have it in the description below. You can subscribe to it, or don't. I'm not your mom. But basically anything that isn't reviews is going to go on that second channel. This channel is going to be nothing but reviews from now on. The last thing I will point out, I am still debating whether or not, I do have a lot of older content on the channel. I am debating on whether or not I am going to put that on the old channel as re-uploaded stuff. So that way things are like fully consistent here, and this channel's nothing but. I don't know if I'm going to follow through that just yet. I'm still going back and forth as to whether or not I want to do that. Obviously, if I do, I'll let you guys know on the community posts and whatnot. But I think that's really everything I wanted to cover. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all my bases I wanted to cover for what's next, and also just address how big that last video got. But yeah, I cannot thank you guys enough for the love and support you guys showed on that video. It went far beyond my expectations, and I think ever since then, like with the community that I've started to form now, and like with the amount of people that video is drawing to the channel now, I see an opportunity, and I don't want to waste it this time. And even if I do like I said, even just for this brief moment, I can appreciate and love that you guys, like, even for just for a moment, maybe feel like it could be possible to, like, actually make this something more than just a hobby, something that could potentially turn into a job, you know? But yeah, again, just thank you guys so much for all the love on that video. I hope you guys are here for the ride and you'll enjoy it as I'm talking about all these other things I want to talk about in the future. It's going to be a little bumpy. I don't really, like I said, I don't really have a plan. I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet. I think for now, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, you know, just focusing on making the best content I possibly can. And like I said, hopefully you guys will enjoy the ride until then. But that's all I have to say for now. I'm not going to keep going on for too much longer. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.